Hello everybody, it's 12 noon on a Thursday, and this is Barb Reed, the Wexford Stamper, and I'm happy to see all my stamping friends out there. And today we're going to do a card tutorial, but before I do that, I'd like to do a little bit of talking about the latest paper pumpkin. And I just finished putting mine together, and I just wanted to kind of show you what comes in the paper pumpkin subscription box. And these are 4 cards of the same design, and the box it came in was this is what your box looks like every month that you get a paper pumpkin. Now this box was special because it was introducing the new in colors. Hi Mary, good morning. And so this one was introducing all the new in colors that are coming in the new annual catalog. So all the cards in this kit had those colors in them. So I just wanted to show you what they look like. And here was the first design. And all these pieces are ready to go. When you get them, you just have to punch them out and put them on. And there's a little stamp set that is exclusive to, hi Lisa, that's exclusive to this kit that you get to use with your cards. So this was one of the styles, and you get 4 of those. And then here was another style, just so bright and pretty, and I don't know all the names of the new colors yet, but I know this is just Jade, maybe Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, and Moonlight, something, Misty Moonlight, I think. I'm getting there, but these are just showing off the new colors and how beautiful and bright they're going to be, and what a great addition they'll be to our colors at Stampin' Up. So here's the other. You got 4 of those. What great cards to be sending to cheer someone up. And then this is another one we can send to our essential workers. This is a little smaller. You Are Amazing has a little bit of vellum here. Uses all those same colors. This is a purple posy, one of my favorite colors, background on that one. So that's just gorgeous. And what's even better, you get beautiful envelopes that match, have the inside lining that matches the cards. So just really, really great, great, great. So that's 12 cards you get with envelopes. And that was the set for this month. And I just wanted to remind you that if you wanted to take a test drive, on the paper pumpkin, this is our next month one. It's called the Box of Sunshine. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but some people send people a box of sunshine for if they're sick, and everything in the box is yellow. So Stampin' Up is kind of taken off that concept. And so the next one coming in June is called the Box of Sunshine. So that's something really, really fun that you could get. And if you haven't tried out paper pumpkin yet, it might be a great time for you to do that. And all you have to do is go to www.mypaperpumpkin.com, and then you fill in the subscription information there. And then when you get to the end, they're going to ask you who your demonstrator is, and if you just put in Barb Reed, I would greatly appreciate that. But it's a great thing if you want to just try it out. Remember, there's no commitment. If you decide you don't want to do it, you can just stop your subscription. So give it a try. You can sign up for the June box up through June 10th. So there's still a lot of time, but go ahead and get that. But I'm really looking forward to getting that one. So that is my spiel on paper pumpkin today. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the catalog. The new catalogs are here. And if you are a customer of mine, I will be getting them out to you by the end of the week. So go and camp out by your mailbox. It's coming and it's amazing. So make sure if you don't get it by the middle of next week, you give me a text or a message, and I will make sure I get one to you. Inside with the catalog will be a couple of little goodies, and also some information about our product shares. We're going to be doing a Designer Series paper share, a ribbon share, an in-color share, something a little new, and an embellishment share. So I'm excited to share all the new product with you. All right, now today we are making a card called a joy fold card. And that's this one here. And it just has a real unique kind of closure that I really loved. And I thought, I've got to share this with my favorite stampers. And I think it's kind of because it's like a big hug. The sides fold in like a hug. And I wanted to just show you, we have a buffet coming up at the end of next week on Friday. And actually this joy fold card is going to be part of my selections for the buffet. And then I wanted to show you the other two. This is a new technique that I've just learned and I'm loving. It's called the Scrappy Strip. And that one I made with the Bird Ballad Suite, the paper from that. So that's going to be another choice, as well as this one. This is from the Very Versailles. So if you like the vintage kind of look on cards, you'll love this stamp set. Very, very pretty. So those are going to be in the buffet for next Friday. That's the 28th, I believe. All right, so let's get head started on our Joy Fold card today. Now this card is available. All the dimensions and everything will be on my blog as soon as I finish this video. I'm a little ahead this week, so I'm proud of myself. So I will make sure all that stuff is on for you. All right, so let's go ahead and pull in the materials we need. We are using the Parisian Blossoms Suite that is in the current catalog. And luckily, the stamp set and dies will be transferring over to the new catalog, but they will no longer be a bundle, but the paper will not be available. So if you love this paper as much as I do, you might want to buy that before the end of the month. All right, let's go ahead and pull in the pieces that we need to make this card. The card is not quite your typical size card because they've cut off about 1 inch on the front panel of the card. Now, let me show you here. This is the embossing folder we used, and this will be available in the new catalog as well, and it is a Parisian design embossing, and I love the look it gives your paper. Look at there. Isn't that neat? I really love it. And that really adds to the front, and you really don't need much else on the front of your card there. All right, so the other pieces that you're going to need are your piece of petal pink, and let me tell you exactly what the size is here. This looks like it is 8 inches by 2.5 inches. Okay, and scored in half, and this is going to be the part that has the arm that comes across on the right hand side. Remember, all the dimensions will be on my blog, so don't worry about that. So let's go ahead and put our card together first. All right, to do the arm, let me show you how that works. You're also going to have a piece of designer series paper that goes inside, okay, your card, the interior, because you want to have that because it's going to stick out a little bit to the right there. And so you're going to want to make sure that you have a nice, pretty peek of your designer series paper. So you're going to need that, and that's cut at the standard size of an insert, which is 4 by 5 1/4. But before you put that down, you're going to take your little petal pink piece, that's a, all right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tuck it behind your insert piece. Then you're going to glue that down on your inside of your card, and then you'll be able to have that to fold over. So let's show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and take my inside piece, and I'm going to take some Tombow, and I'm going to put some Tombow on this side of my, not with that Tombow, I won't. How about this one here? Gotta have some Tombow in the house. I don't know what I'd do without it. There we go. Yes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put Tombow on there. And I'm going to kind of slide it right here and hold that for a minute. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the Tombow on my inside piece of designer series paper. All right, and what you're going to do is you're going to put this one down first on that end, and then as it comes down on this side, you're going to slide your arm in there so that this lines up with the edge of your designer series paper, and then this lines up inside your card. So a little bit of lining up to do there at first. Let's put that there. Okay. All right, so now you have your even edge around here, and then you have your little arm that comes across. And that's basically how the design goes. And from here, you can do whatever you want with it. And I just took an idea from the kitchen table stamper. Her name's Alyssa, and she had this basic design, and I just kind of transferred it to the Parisian Blossom because I do love this set, and I think the paper just makes the card. All right, then after I put that basic design together, I'm going to take another piece, a coordinating piece of the designer series paper, and I'm going to put that right on front on the outside arm of the panel. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in my glue, and I don't know if you heard, but we're going to be starting to do our What's Happening Wednesdays together starting next week. So we're awfully excited about doing that. We feel like we're ready. We're going to continue to offer the online classes, but we're going to start doing our classes together. All right, so we're excited about that because I haven't seen her in ages and we really miss stamping with each other. So there we go. There is the front of the card. Now the only thing we're going to do here is bring in a petal pink stitched circle, and I'm going to go ahead and do the stamping on that. And the stamp set I used is the Good Morning Magnolia. That is one of the stamp sets that come with the suite. The image for the flower is in the Forever Blossoms one, but then I used the Hello from the Good Morning Magnolia set. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring that in, and I just used Memento ink for that. Okay, and I stamped it over to the right side in the center. Okay, and that's all I need of that. Now, what I did is I put the circle directly in the middle of the card. So you want to look at the card as a whole and try to get that directly in the middle of your card. Okay, and then I adhered it using dimensionals. So let me grab my dimensionals quickly. And I'm going to put those on the back side of my circle. I love my pick tool. I'm learning how to use it to get those dreaded backings off those, and that's a big help because my fingernails don't do the job, and then when I have my injury, I'm even less likely to be able to get them off. So there we go. All right, so that is the next step. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the lovely blossom, and I'll show you here that I took the blossom image from the set, and then I took my Memento ink, and since the blossom image is so big, what I usually do is I'll turn and put the stamp on my surface face up. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my ink and stamp down on it like that. Okay, and then I just turn it over and take it to my paper, and here I used Very Vanilla today, and there is my image. Isn't that just gorgeous? All the wonderful details in that. I just love that. Now, along with the stamp sets, you get the die sets for this, and they're called the Cherry Blossom dies. And here is the die that you use to cut out your flowers. Now, with the magic of television, I've kind of already done that, so I wouldn't have to bring my die cutting machine up. But there's how it looks once you cut it out with your die. Okay, now I'm going to bring in some blends and do some quick coloring. If you notice on mine here, I don't even color the whole flower in. I just kind of focus on the middle section, and move out a little bit away from that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my petal pink. This is dark, and I'm going to just, I have my bullet tip, and I'm just kind of making strokes from the center of each of the flowers. Now you can decide if you want your whole flower petal pink, go for it, girls. But I just really like a little bit of color in the center. And it's really up to you how you want to do it, but that's kind of the way I decided. And then I put a little bit at the base of each of the buds, just to give them a little color. And then I go back with the lighter one, so I can blend it a little bit. And this one I use the brush tip, and I just brush it out a little more, and that kind of lightens the difference between where your marker ended, your dark, and where your very vanilla cardstock is. It just gives it a little bit of a nicer look. So there are my flowers, pretty easy. I get him, yep. All right, then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a light old olive blend, and I'm gonna use the bullet tip for this, and I'm gonna color in all of my leaves and the stem. When I have large areas to color, I usually do, this is kind of just my technique, but you can kind of see, try out what you like and figure out. I usually go over first with a light color. So I'm going to go over all of the leaves with the light old olive. And then I'm going to come back with the dark and maybe put a little bit of shadow on them. Let me show you how I do that. Here is my dark old olive. And what you can do is you can maybe go up the vein and put a little bit maybe at the base of your leaf, okay, depending on how you want it to look. I am not an artist in any way, shape, or form when it comes to shading and everything, so I just kind of let the blends do the work. Then I come back in with my lighter, and I can shade that up a little bit. So then you have a little bit of shading at the base of your leaf if you want to, or you can just leave it all light. It's really up to you. That's what makes these fun. All right, there is my magnolia flowers. All right, let's bring our card back in. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive Tombow on the leaf and this part of the leaves here, and then I'm just going to adhere it flat down onto my stitch circle. So let me go ahead and get my, hi Rhonda, good morning. Well, if you love this card, you can get it at Buffet. Join us for Buffet next weekend. All right, I want to make sure I'm putting it on the right part so I don't stick my card together. So I just put a little bit on the flowers that are going to be on the circle here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just there we go. There it is. All right. Now you're going to open it up like that. Okay. Now I could suggest, if you don't like that when you open it up that you can see the ink on the back, you can always cut out a second Whisper White die cut of this, okay, and glue it to the back of your flower, because you know the ink for the blends is always going to go through. So if you cut out a second one of these using just the Very Vanilla, then you can glue the two of them together, so when you open it up, you're not going to see any of that on the back of your card, for those of you that don't like that look. All right, so last thing we have to do here is when you open it up, we have a little stitched rectangle here that has our sentiment. So the sentiment I used from a set that I've been using so much, and it's this Peaceful Moments. This is just a fabulous set. It goes with the poppies, and it's just really, really great. So let's go ahead and bring in that stitched rectangle, and it looks like it's about 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. It's on the stitched rectangle set of dies, and I'm going to bring in my Thinking of You with All My Heart and my Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp that right here. kind of at the top of my rectangle. Let's turn that over and we'll put a little bit of glue on the back. Morning, Barbara. Thanks for joining. And then we're going to go ahead and put that. Now you want to be careful that you don't put it in the center, because then you're going to see a little bit when you close it. So you want to make sure that you're putting it towards the inside of your card a little bit, so that when you close, you don't see any of your stitch circle there, stitch rectangle there. So then I'm going to close it up and close it up, and there you go. There's your card. Now, if your card doesn't like to stay closed, I would go ahead and take your bone folder and go over all of your folds a little bit, and then it teaches it to kind of stay closed, because it's just as anxious to open up as you are to get it to your recipient to open up. So just take your bone folder and work over those creases a little bit. Last thing, we're going to add a few little pearls on the front. And this is a great chance to use your pick tool again. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to take the medium-sized ones. And let's go ahead and put him, I'm going to chase him around the paper. There we go. Right here. And here. And one more here. All right, so those are the three there. And that's it. That is the card. So if you have any questions about the Joyfold card, just check out my blog. You should be able to find all the information there. Earlier this week, I made this cute little kind box. That is on my blog as well. And it holds a little mini kind bar. So either of those projects, if you have any questions, check my blog. There's also the video tutorials there. But if you still have questions, you can always message me. I don't mind answering any questions you might have. So hope to see you next Friday for our online buffet. And I will be posting during the week the In Color Club and all my share information if you're interested in getting some of the shares from the new catalog. And also my catalogs will be coming out. So lots to think about, lots of excitement coming out your way. So take care, have a great Thursday, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.